Run. They're hitting.
This is me, deep in enemy territory, with only 4 allies backing me against an army of 30. To see how I got into this mess, we need to go all the way back to before this server even started. See, at this event, 200 players were brought into one island, where they were forced to build civilization with one another or die trying. Going in, my plan was to remove all forms of leadership from every nation, be it autocratic, technocratic, or democratic. It didn't matter, because in my eyes, the people will never be free as long as they live under someone else's reign. But before I could even think about putting my plan into action, I needed gear and an army by my side. I started as you would any other Minecraft server, with some early game tools and iron, before setting off to find someone I knew I could trust. I knew Rockall was in the event, so I asked him where his cohorts were, and he pointed me to a small group of players who called themselves Mandem, and I chose to call their area home for the time being. Since there were a lot of players already around, I took the opportunity to subtly hint at my plan, before revealing it in full at the following day's election.
The Black Brush is an organization dedicated to
I could use that pickaxe.
the protection and encouragement of art.
What if my means of artistic expression is utter anarchy?
As long as you're not destroying other people's art, I don't care.
Noted. Awesome. Thanks. After that, I spent a few more minutes mining and went back up to the surface, where I met an old friend. Unfortunately, I don't think my new allies were too happy to see him.
Emerald is dangerous. We're not gonna be with Emerald, right? So if you see Emerald, be away from him.
If you see Emerald, alert the group.
Given my extremely ambitious plan, I figured it'd probably be best if I ignored Emerald for the sake of Mandem, for the time being. But if anything were to happen later down the line that would tarnish my reputation with them, I knew I had an ally I could still rely on. And with that, I eagerly awaited tomorrow to try and recruit the rest of the nation to back me in my server-wide plan. Well, Emerald called me with a plan of his own. I'll let him tell it.
In the area land we've had around us, there's a lot of groups. We have too many kingdoms in one small area.
Sure.
So I want to do something and I want to unite all of them. I'm going to slowly start going around and talking with the other small groups and saying, hey, would you guys mind joining us? So you guys can have your own kingdom, but I want to make sure that we can build an empire.
Now, if anything was going to throw a wrench in my plan, it'd be working alongside an emperor. But at this moment, he's the strongest ally I had the chance to work with. So I figured I could maybe change his mind later. In the meantime, I have an election to ruin. Day 2 started, and I noticed no one in the server's VC. With that in mind, I spent the first few minutes breeding my hound army. That's so powerful. And then I moved to the coast, where I noticed everyone had gathered together. I checked the Discord, but no one was in any calls. So I just hung around for a bit, waiting for the VC to be announced so I could join them and tell all of Mandem my plans for the server. And then I waited some more. And then I waited some more. And then I tried to get attention. Then I kept trying to get attention. Then I kept trying, and nothing was working. It took a grand total of 12 minutes and 13 seconds since the moment I saw them all together before I was finally added to the call. Did I still have time to give a speech? There was only one way to find out! Guys, can I run, please? I have something very important to say.
We've already done the vote. We've already done the vote.
No, that is so cringe. That is so cringe. Please.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. You're out of luck.
The person with the most votes is Jervy.
While my goal was only ever to help the people by freeing them from their leaders, I won't lie. Killing Jervy would be personal. In a single mistake from Mandem, I lost what could have potentially been my strongest allies, but I happen to know someone even stronger, and more importantly, I knew where he lived. So yeah, I abandoned my nation.
You're welcome to ours.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is how I joined the team, consisting of Galaxy, Battle Hunter, and of course, Emerald. To be an official nation, we needed more members. So while the others attempted to recruit more passers-by, I thought about how I could get this nation on my side, against the leaders. Once again, I thought about using the election period to say my piece, and give full rationalizations for my plan, but Emerald didn't like the idea of me rallying more support than him. I didn't want to tell him my plan yet, but he kind of forced my hand by telling me he'd kick me out if I didn't, and I really didn't want to lose this team. Now, I would put the recording here, but I lost the footage. But trust me, he was cool with it. We had made this whole plan together and everything. It was awesome. His only conditions were A, that we keep it secret for a little while longer, meaning I wouldn't speak about it in tomorrow's election, and B, he'd get a crown too, to stand a fighting chance against the other leaders. Now, normally, under normal circumstances, I'd never stand for such a betrayal of my morals. But there's something I've neglected to tell you until now. See, the crown is more than just a regular golden helmet. It gives 10 extra hearts to whoever wears it for a total of 20. So if we wanted to take down every player who had this OP item, we kind of needed one of our own. And so, I agreed. And that brings us On to day 3.
Hello guys, I'm Emerald. You guys may know me. I've created this entire thing right here. As many people know, the crown does give another row of hearts. It's very important. And for that reason, we don't really believe in the crown. The crown is just purely for the fact that for our survival and for what we all want. We all want peace and for us to survive.
And what happened next was a surprise to nobody. Ha! Totally kidding. This is what I actually meant.
That's yours.
Oh, gracias, amigo. All right. So welcome, guys. So again, all of you know. For first thing, thank you guys for voting me. I do promise to make this nation really great, and I do promise to make sure that you guys get everything you want.
Before I leave, I need to make something with you, Emerald. What is your name of your group?
Can you do TNK? TNK.
And that is how the Nameless Knights were officially born. From this moment on, all my eyes were set on taking out a leader. Personally, I wanted this to be Jervy, the Mandem leader, but Emerald had another plan.
There's Ilib. Are you there? Hello, hello, Erkku. So there's a guy, all ranks. If you press tab, you see he's a leader, right? Can I get you to kill him somehow?
Yes.
Really? That's it? That's all it takes?
Yeah.
These are Ilib and Erkku, notoriously 2 of the strongest fighters in nation's history. Emerald's plan was to have them feign attack him before calling to all ranks of backup, then evac, so Ilib and Erkku could focus all ranks instead. Everyone was set in place, ready for the first crown to be taken from Nations Season 3 when the session ended. This certainly put a damper on the pacing of our attack, but I'm sure tomorrow we'll get the chance to take out all ranks. Ilib couldn't make it for the rest of the season. The whole plan relied on both Ilib and Erkku, so we had no choice but to abandon the mission with all ranks still alive. Once we returned to our base, Erkku and Emerald decided they wanted to pay the nearby nation of Chuffenheim a visit. Not wanting to miss out on the action, I unsat all my dogs and brought them to Chuffenheim to assist my teammates. What followed was one of the greatest moments in nation's history.
Oh my god, they're hitting me. They're hitting me, bro. Run. They're hitting. Just start fighting.
Really?
They're hitting. Yeah, they're hitting. I guess it's a fight. Run.
I'm trying to run.
I died.
Careful, they're hitting. Careful.
Okay, I'm not this one.
Gunkat's right below. He has a bunch of dogs.
I fell.
Yep, I'm being axe crit. I'm dead here. GG. Okay, so obviously not from me, but from Emerald, Erkku, and Galaxy. They were so fucking goated in this fight, and if you want to see just how well it worked out for them, or if you want to join Season 4, go watch JJK's original video. Link in the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and look out for me in Season 4, because I promise my role will be a whole lot more interesting next time.